Good morning, kindergarten. So happy to be working on this mouse collage again. This is day 2, and we are going to add eyes inside of our eyes, a nose, feet, and a tail. All right, let's begin with the eyes. So you're going to want to choose a color. And I think I will choose a yellow to go inside my eyes. And the easiest way to do this is to simply take a piece of paper and fold it in half. This piece might be a little bit small, so I'm going to grab one that's a little bit bigger. Or to place 2 pieces on top of one another, so you can either fold it in half or place 2 pieces on top of one another. Then take a pencil and draw a circle. I often don't draw, but I've had a lot of practice. And then you want to make sure that that pencil line doesn't show. So when you go to glue it, make sure you put the glue where the pencil is. So here I am just cutting out that circle I drew carefully. And you turn the paper as your scissors cuts, or turn your scissors while you're holding the piece of paper. Twist your glue up just a little bit because you don't need a lot. And we always glue the piece we're adding, not the background piece. Otherwise, glue ends up all over our artwork and it looks really sloppy. So if you wanted to do triangle eyes, you could. That's always a fun one. I love it when kids make their eyes triangles. Or you could do square, your choice. Okay. Now I have my eyes on my mouse, and it's okay if they aren't perfectly straight. Then I'm going to get another piece of paper that's black, a little bit smaller, and I'm going to fold this one in half, and I'm going to draw a tiny, teeny little circle because it's just the inside part of my eye, right? And after I get this little teeny tiny piece cut out, I'm going to glue it on. And don't get concerned if your circles are perfectly straight or not. Mine are not. And they look perfectly fine. Just like a mouse. Okay, so there's my mouse's eyes. Now maybe you decide, I kind of like a little small something inside my ears. So maybe you decide to do just a little tiny triangle, and I'm just taking those extra pieces from the edges from last week. And if you have extra time the first day, this would be something that you could do. Put your ears inside your ears. So there's one, and here's one. This is just for added detail, right? And notice they're not the same. That's totally fine. Okay, next. I need to have a nose on my mouse. So I'll do a yellow nose. You can choose the color of your choice. And this just goes right at the bottom. And then I need to have feet on my nose. So you should have a piece of paper that looks something like this. And you can just cut 4 pieces, or you can fold it in half and then fold it in half again and cut on those lines. So here I folded my paper in half, and now I'm folding it in half again. And then when I open it up, there are crease marks from where I folded. And I can just simply cut these 4 pieces. Next, I'm going to cut the top 2 to be more curved. So just like this, I think. You can choose to keep your square if you want. And I'll glue those down. So these are my, oops, got a little bit of glue showing there. Don't like it when that happens. Makes it look sloppy and unclean, right? So get your feet glued down there good. Mice have how many legs? How many legs does a mouse have? I think you know the answer. And then next I'm going to add the bottom feet. And I'm just gonna cut the corners off these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And save them because someone else at your table who has a different color, or you might wanna use those for your mouse's claws. That's something you can add if you have extra time today. So here's another foot, and then I'm gonna do my last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then make sure you put the glue on there really good so that the whole thing stays and you don't have parts of your paper flapping up. I noticed this one next to here has a corner that's loose. So I want to get a little bit of glue on there so I can hold it back down nicely. All right. My next step is to add my tail. You could have a simple tail, just a triangle that you add to your artwork. You could do a curved tail where you just kind of follow down and follow back. So your tail could look something like this. You could do a zigzag tail. If you wanted a zigzag, then your tail would maybe look something more like this. Just make sure you don't cut it too far because otherwise it's gonna go off the page. And then I usually try to just tuck it in there somehow or glue it right to the edge and have it on the paper still. So I think I'm gonna go with this black one today. I kind of like the curvy look, and I just slowly pull it all along the glue here. And when I'm done, I can stick it right on my artwork. Just like that. And then lastly, if you have some free time or you have extra time, you can take your own color from your feet and add claws on there, or you could use someone else's and add a new color for your claws. And these I'm just sticking, and your hands get a little sticky, but we'll just wash them at the end. We'll just wash them right at the end. So I typically do about 3 claws per hand. And you get to choose if you want 2 or maybe you just want 1. And you can add those to your artwork. So each one would then end up having 3. All right, I hope you have a great time making this. I can't wait to see them.